Hello everyone, this is going to be a fairly short tutorial for some changes that have occurred in Wade 3.4. So right now I have an empty scene and I'm just going to do what I usually do here, add a scene object. So we have a square. Now actually I think I'm going to add a text sprite to this and just remove the square. Let's just set the text to hello. We'll change the color to white so we can all see it. We'll make it a lot bigger. Okay, that's fine, and actually align the center so it's in the middle. So if I save our scene and run, we get hello in the middle. Now that's fine, but I actually want to start this off to the left. So I haven't obviously set up any scene size or anything here, so we'll just wing it, I suppose is the term. So position minus 500. Let's see, is that off the left of the screen? Not quite. 580. I'm just doing this as a quick example, so there we go. Excellent. So why did I move this off the side of the screen? Because I want to introduce you to the new timeline feature. So let's just go ahead, have a look at our timeline. So if you just deselect all scene objects in the scene properties at the bottom, you've got this timeline tab. Now this basically allows you to trigger events at any time you want, which is quite useful, especially for things like cutscenes, which is kind of the example I'm doing, but very basic. So actually, before we do this, let's just go and rename our scene object here to hello, just to keep it simple. I mean, scene object 0 is not very interesting. So I go here, I click create event, and what I'm going to do is wade.getSceneObject, and we called it hello. And then we are going to use the move to command to move it to the center of the screen at a speed of 200 pixels per second. I think that'll do. Now this time is in seconds, so I don't want to have it I don't want this to happen instantly, but fairly quickly. So I'm just going to go, we'll set it at 2 seconds. So we save our project. There we go, project is saved, and we run. And if we wait a bit, we get our hello on the screen. Now that was actually quite a lot slower than I thought it would be, so let's go to 500 and run that. That's still a lot slower than I want. We'll go to 1,000, keeping with the nice round numbers. That's better. So say this is our cutscene. At the start of the cutscene, hello comes in. Now, just a brief point, something else that's new in Wade 3.4. Wade.getSceneObjectHello. You may find yourself typing this quite a lot in a Wade project, and we do too, we do in the tutorials. So now we've added some syntactic sugar. If you know the name of a scene object, you no longer need any of this. Whoops. But you need slightly more than that. You need underscore, dot, then the object name, and if you do it right, it will turn yellow. So now that is equivalent to what we had before. Oh, I've removed it, but you know, it's equivalent to wade.getSceneObjectHello. It's just a shorthand way of writing it. And just to prove it still works, let's click run. There we go. Now say we want this to stay in the middle of the screen for a second or so. We can just create a new event in here. So let's say at 5 seconds in app time, we want to do we want to move it off the right of the screen. I think we could do that. So, oops, we want to change our X position to a big number, say 700. Actually, no, we should have it the same offset as this. What is this offset to initially? 580. Okay, so let's change X to 580. Ah, I didn't have it clicked. 580, there we go. So if we just run this now, we see our hello will zoom in, then shortly after, it'll zoom away. Okay, now of course you can do far more complex effects. This is just a quick tutorial to show you the timeline functionality. And pretty much that's it. I think I might remove the scene object at the end just to be safe, but I could just do clear scene here. But you know what, I don't think we even need to do that. I think that's all we have to show really. This nice little timeline function. Of course we've been optimizing stuff, fixing bugs as well, but as far as new features go, basically timeline and this time saver. So hopefully that was helpful, and thank you for watching.